Hello everyone, welcome to this section again. So I welcome you guys specially to our 30-day trading challenge on pocket option. So on this trading challenge, I will be attempting to grow this $521. Although I've already grown it from $500, so this demo account was a $500 demo account. So I've grown it today to $521. So I'm going to officially start the trade challenge. So what is the objective here? We want to see if we can use our trade manager to be able to grow this account to $5,000 within 30 days. Okay, so if you like content like this and you would like to learn along with us, please consider subscribing to our channel. If this is the first time you are coming in contact with us, you can also click the community link in our comment section to join our community so that you can learn along with us and let's grow together. All right, with any further ado, let's jump right into our trade manager and plan out this trade. So first, before we start our trade today, we are going to take a look at how much balance we have. So the balance we have here is $521.6. So open our trade manager here. This is our trade manager. You can see that our balance is already copied here. So if this is your first time coming in contact with this trade manager, please do not hesitate to watch our previous video that we made where I explained everything in details about this trade manager and how to use it. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now, as I've already set up I've selected the total amount of trade that I'm going to be taking, all right, and the total amount of wins I want per trading session. So for this trading session, each trading session I have a maximum of 8 trades to take, and then out of that 8 trade, I am predicting that I should be able to win one. So looking at all the parameters I've given here, okay, it's have generated a trade amount for me which is 1.58. So I'll go over here to my trade doc here and I've imputed that. So I want to take my trade on 3 minutes. Now you can select any time frame of your choice. You can even trade 5 seconds. All right, so I found a good trade setup right here, and this is a good trade setup. So looking at this, I'm going to enter a buy here. So I've entered a buy and it's going to last for 3 minutes. It's going to last for 3 minutes, and yeah, let's watch out and see how it goes. Now the reason I'm taking this buy here is because if you watch closely, you can see that the two moving average have already crossed, all right, and you can see that our MACD here have crossed, but there is still one signal that I have not seen, which is our fractal. Our fractal have not yet appeared, but seeing these two, so our fractal just appeared right now, so I have more confidence in this trade. So let's watch and see what will be the outcome of it. So you can see that the trade is still moving in our favor, but we are not yet out of danger because the price the price action is not that very encouraging for me, because it can easily reverse. But currently we are still on a floating profit, so we'll just watch and see, since we still have about a minute to go. So let's see if this will be a winning trade. If it's not a winning trade, there's no problem. We still have additional 7 more trades to go. So let's watch. It's always good to start your trade with a win, with your first trade with a win. So it's a good morale booster. So I'm hoping that we're able to get the first win so as to boost the morale for us to trade more. So I'm looking at it. I think we are going to have that win because we have just a couple of about 8 more seconds to go. So I'll count it as a win, except there is a massive price movement now, which it can do. So, but let's watch and see. Okay. All right. So it's a win for us. It's a win for, you can see my balance have increased, and if you check the trade history here, you can see there is a win for us. So we won our first trade. So what we'll do, we'll go to the trade manager and we'll come over here. We'll take it as a win. So it is tell us that the session have ended. We have a total of 7 sessions to go. So it have ended this session. So all I need to do now is click on new session. Remember, as I said, each session contains 8 maximum of 8 trades. So, and at any point we will have a winning trade, the session will end. So it have counted that we have completed 1 session. So we have 7 sessions to go. Let's go ahead. So we still have 1.58. Okay, so the same thing. Let's look for a good trade. Let's look for a good trade. All right, so I won't be pausing this video. I will just let's go through the process so that you can see how I'll find the trade to take. Okay, I was pausing the video before so that to reduce the time, but this is trading, guys. This is trading. So I think you guys need to see how everything is done. Okay, so you can see this is a good setup right here. You can see this, the fractal indicator have come up and it have crossed here, and this have crossed. So I'll enter a sell for 3 minutes. Let's watch. Oh, that is a very healthy candlestick. That is a good push up, but based on what our fractal is showing us and the cross here, I believe that this initial push is not going to last that long. It's not going to last that long. So let's keep watch and see. Guys, when you are trading, one thing you need to know is that you are going to encounter lots of losses, and that is why you need a platform such as this trade manager to help you manage your loss. Okay, so it's not going to always be all about win win win. No. All right, I know there's a lot of YouTuber out there that are only showing you win wins, and they are conditioning your mind, making many of you to believe that trade is all bed of roses. Guys, it is not. You are risking real money and you can lose real money, and that is why you need something that can help you plan your trade. Okay, so I think we might be losing this trade, and that is okay. If we lose this trade, we'll take another one. So definitely we're losing this trade looking at the price action. So it was a bad trade we took, and that is okay. It happens. So there is no strategy that you use in this world that is 100% fail proof. You always encounter losses. Okay, that's why you need to plan well to mitigate those losses. So I'll come over here and I will mark this one as a loss because I'm not seeing the possibility of we recovering this. So what I'm going to do right now is to take the amount that I've suggested, which is 3.31. So I'll come over here and I'll set it at 3.31. Set at 3.31. All right, in preparation of my next trade. So let's see. Okay, at this point, I think there is a high possibility of a reversal. If you take a look here, there is a possibility of a reversal in that region. But let's see. Oh, all right, so we lost that, and it's still pushing. It's still pushing. So let's look for another opportunity. Please don't marry one chart. Don't marry one chart. So I'll be taking a buy here. Looking at this, it's just crossed and it has given us that indication there. So it crossed and it's crossing here, although it is very weak, but I think it should be able to push up. The overall trend, as you can see, the overall trend is downward, but I'm just taking this. Let's see if we'll get a good entry on this one. As a trader, another thing you need to do is to train your mind to refuse panic. Don't panic whenever you're taking a trade. Always trust the process. It doesn't matter if you lose, okay? Learn from the process. Have a trade manager software that can help you manage your trade so that uh, you can always come out at the top. As I said earlier, my network is a bit weak and is affecting my trade. I think if I win this one, I'll just see if I can manage it for this trading session. But my network is very weak. I'm recording this video almost this is after 10 at night. So this is after 10 at night and it is pretty late. So my network is kind of is a shared network, so many people are connected to it. But let's just see. The only reason I'm allowing people to connect to this is because I am not on my live account. If I'm to be on my live account, I will isolate this particular device so that I don't generate much latency. All right, so that to get a better entry. So let's watch and see this trade will close in profits. It is still dancing around there. The momentum is not really encouraging. So we'll see. Let's see if it wins or not. Alright, so it's a loss for us. Let's go over there and get our third trade. So we have a loss. We'll go with 6.90. So we are going with 6.90. 6.90. Don't be scared. Wow, even our payouts have dropped. So let's let's look for a better payout. So let's see this, if this is a good one. We're already late on this particular trade. Let's see. Let's see this. All right, this is the right time to enter this trade, so we'll take a sell. The reason, if you watch, you can see that there is some kind of resistance around this region, and it have fully crossed. All right, it have fully crossed, and our fractal is already out, so momentum should start pushing down real good. Okay, so that's why I took that trade. Let's watch and see if we will get a win on this one. The resistance is very strong. All right, the resistance is very strong, but I am positive we can get a win here. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we should definitely get a win on this, but trade can always be trade, so let's watch and see if it goes in our favor. There's a trend line break already, so let's see. Well, after this, if I win this trade, I'm not going to be taking another trade here because the momentum is really, there's a lot of you can say I don't like to take trade whenever doji candlesticks are pairing that much, because it shows that there's too much interest and battle between the buy and sell. So it is a recipe for you to lose. So but we're still going to see if this trade will give us the profit we want. All right, that is the movement I've been waiting for. Okay, so this is the movement I've been waiting for, and now we are clear. Now we are clear. All right, so that is the sound of the money coming into account. Okay, so as I said, we are trading this account as if we are trading our live account. So we are growing this. So here you can see that is a win, so I'll mark it as win. So it will end the session. We click on new session. It will copy the balance here so that everything will tally with what we have over there. So we have 52452. That is same. So okay, so I think I have interest in this. I'm going to take a sell. The reason I'm taking this sell here is because if you take a look at this point, you will see that there is a strong rejection at the top there. There is a strong rejection. All right, so there is a strong rejection here, and I believe that based on this rejection, the price should drop. And also our fractal have given us a sell indication there. the 2 moving average have crossed, and our MACD have also crossed. But the major reason I'm taking this sell position here is because of this resistance that I'm seeing here. So let's watch out how this trade plays out in the next 2 more minutes. As I always tell my students, trading is a marathon and not a sprint. Okay, so it is better for you to go slow and steady and grow your accounts than you trying to make all the money in the world in a twinkle of an eye. That will definitely be a great recipe for failure, and that is why many people blow their account, because from the onset they set themselves up for failure by over expectation, by so many things, and because of the pressure they have indirectly placed on themselves, they will be trading uh, blind. So what we do here is, with the help of this trade manager, we clear our head of every load that may weigh us down so that we can trade and make our profit. So as you can see, this target I set for myself is 2% on this account. And I think as a trader, 2% a day on any account you have is a very good uh, target. And it's always compound. It will compound as time goes on. Okay, so that is a win for us. So we'll go over here and we'll mark it as a win, and the session will end. Remember, we need a total of 7 sessions for this trade for me to make the 2% on the account. So we still have 1.59. So 1.59, let's look for another trade opportunity. Let's search. I don't like the movement of this candle. Let's go. Okay, let's see. So another thing I'd like to also say is that this trade manager is not developed by us. Okay, we are not the developers of this trade manager, but if you want access to the developer, you can message us and we'll let you know how to get across the developer so that you can get this software from them. So we are testing this. Okay, I think I find another good trade. So here I'm going to enter a sell, and the reason I'm taking a sell here is because if you look at the top there is a resistance. So I always like to trade support and resistance. So there is a resistance here, there is a resistance here, and yeah, and there's another resistance here, so I believe that this it should push down to this in 3 minutes, but if it doesn't, and we are going to be trading with it, so I'm going to be trading with this. That's why I'm giving it a 30-day trading challenge. Let's see if it is up to the tax. Or you can say this is a clear example of a bad trade. So we took a bad trade here, and is going against us heavily, so we can assume that this is a losing trade. So let's go over to here and mark it as a loss. So we have 3.33 as our next trade. So we'll come here, set 3.33 as our next trade, and let's watch and see 3.33 as our next trade. If I'm lucky and we win this, that would be great. I'm sorry guys if this video is taking too long, but of course this is a trading challenge. You don't expect it to be half baked, so we are going all out on the marathon on this. So that's just it. The video is going to be a bit longer than our other videos, so please bear with us, and I believe you are gaining value from this. So that's it. So this is a losing trade from all indications. So let's get more pairs. Let's get more pairs to trade. So we only want to trade assets that their payout is 92%, because that is what we set our payout to be, 92%. So anything lower than 92%, we are not interested in it. So okay, so let's remove these ones here. Okay, let's find another trade. Let's see if we can find another trade. Let's do more house cleaning here. Okay. Okay, this is still a very good trade to take, and I'll still take trade here. Let's see. Let's see. So we'll go over here. We'll go to the trade manager and we'll mark this as a loss. We'll now have 6.94 as our next trade. This is 6.94. So let's watch. Alright, this candle closing in red, I believe that this should be able to push the trade into profits. Let's watch and see, because it is at the most strongest resistance here. So, and this closing in red is a good sign that there could be a reversal to the downward, at least for the next 1 to 2 minutes, and let's see if we can grab a win. So this is my second trade. So this is my second trade. Remember, as I said earlier, your strategy, you should have a strategy that at least guarantee you a win in four, at least a win out of four trades. So every four trade you take, please, you should be able to hit a win. Okay, let's watch and see. Wow, that is unexpected. All right, but that's good. Let's see. Keep moving. Let's look for more trade. All right, so I took a sell here, and the reason for this is because I spotted a resistance in here. So there's a resistance in this region. There's a resistance in this region, and the overall trend have been bearish. So, and the MACD is about to cross. I believe that from this point in the next 3 minutes, it should give us a healthy drop. But let's watch and see. So this is my third trade now. My third trade. Let's see. So I like to trade the 3 minute candles. Okay, I like to trade it. I like my trade expiration to be 3 minutes. That doesn't mean I can't trade 5 seconds or 1 minute. Sometimes I take trade on 1 minute. Other times I prefer to take trade on 5 seconds. But I like sometimes to give the charts enough breathing space for the price action to play out. So that's why in this particular session, I'll be trading with 3 minutes. So I don't know about next. So maybe our next trading session might just be with 5 seconds candlestick or 5 seconds trade expiry, whichever be the case, we'll see. Using this strategy, I have never encountered a 4 consecutive loss. So if I lose this trade now, this will be my third consecutive loss using this strategy. But let's hope that this trade closes in profit. But even if it doesn't close in profit, there is no need to panic because we still have 5 more trades to go. Okay, we still have 5 more trades to go based on our trade setup. So let's watch and see, and this is definitely a win. So we won this particular trade. So what we'll do, you can see it recovered everything with profit. So we'll go over here, we'll mark it as a win. We'll mark it as a win. It will tell us that the session have ended. We'll click on new session. Remember, we have a total of 7 sessions. Okay, so let's go again. We're starting now with 1.6. So we'll go here and we go with 1.60. I think at 1.60, let's look for a good trade. Okay, this looks good. Let's go. So you can see there is a clear crossover here. There's a clear crossover, and there's a crossover there, and our fractal have already shown. Okay, it have come out, so we believe that buyers should be stepping into this trade, but let's watch as it plays out. So definitely this is a losing trade, so mark it as L. So we'll go with 3.33. So let's watch and see. Okay, so it is a loss for us here. Let's look for another trade. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to change my trade time to 1 minute. All right, so and I'm going to be taking very sharp entry. Let's see. I'm going to be looking for sharp entries. My network is very bad. Sorry for that. When trading, you need a stable network. My network. This is tempting. So I took a buy on this. It's risky, but let's see. I'm taking a buy because I can see the overall trend is moving up, and then there is a little resistance here. I hope this resistance is strong enough to push it up for at least the next 1 minute. To push it up for at least 1 minute. Let's see. All right, let's see. So let's mark this as a loss. So we have 6.96, 6.96, 6.96. I'll look for another trade. So I'll take a buy here. Oof, that was bad entry. That was a very, very bad entry. That was a very, very bad entry. Okay. It's a very, very bad entry. The price just pushes a bit and that was it. Oh, my network is contributing to this. But let's still watch, and that is why it is good to have the trade manager, as the trade manager will help you to manage your trade. So it's a loss for us. Definitely is a loss for us because this is a bad entry we just took there. It's a bad entry, so it does happen. So we're going with 14.52. This is the first time that I'm hitting a 4 loss in a row. So 14.52. So we'll go with 14.52. Let's look for trade. Network is something else today. network is totally halted, so let me pause this, and once the network resumes, alright, so I took a trade here. Which is a buy trade. So let's watch. Network is still very much messy, so I don't know, I can't even tell what the movement is behind the scene there. Network is just something else. So let's watch and see how it plays out. Wow, that is a big loss there. All right, so let's go back to the trade manager and let's pick it. Now, if you see, you can see this is one of the reasons you need a trade manager. Okay, so we are at our fifth consecutive losses, and that I told you guys that each strategy have how it works best. You can see I switch from my 3 minute time frame to 1 minute, and 1 minute time frame does not favor this particular strategy that I'm using, so I'm going to switch back to my 3 minute time frame. Let's see if we can get a win. So we are going, our next trade is 30.31, so we'll go here. So we'll go with 30.31, and we'll go back to the time and fix it at 3 minutes. All right, let's look for a trade then. So please pardon us. This is not my fault, it's network issues. So okay, I'm going to enter a buy here. Let's hope. So the reason I'm entering a buy here is because obviously this have indicated that there's a momentum to the upside. Also, it have crossed, and the MACD is about to cross. So let's see if it can push it really well above. So let's see. So as I said earlier, it is always good for you to know what time frame works with the strategy you are trading with. There are certain strategies that favor lower time frame. There are certain strategies that favor higher time frame. So it is always good for you to know the time frame that is compatible with the strategy you are using. So for this particular strategy, 3 minute time frame is very good on it. Okay, so and that is why I switch back to the 3 minutes, and let's see if we can get a win on this. Okay, so this is our fifth trade. Let's go, let's see how this plays out. I don't like what this candlestick is doing, and because if it closes in red, the momentum will flip against the buy. But let's hope that the buyers can be able to hold the price above my entry, because that is a very, very strong bearish candlestick there. Okay, and let's watch and see. I'm trading on a very thin line right now. Let's watch and see if it will be a win for us. Just few more seconds and money is in the bag. All right, so we secured a win there. That was really cool. Okay, so let's go over here and we'll mark this as a win. We'll mark this as a win. So you can see that our session have ended. So we'll click on new session. So this is all I got to do. And so I have two more sessions here. Let me look for a trade that I can take. So looking at this, let's find a good trade to take. It is pretty simple. This is not a good trade. Let me go back and see if I'll find a better trade. Okay. See. Okay, this is a good trade. This is a good trade. I think let's take this trade. Oh my God, I just made a mistake. I hope the trade didn't pick. I think it didn't pick the trade. I almost made a mistake because I did not change the price. So we are going with 1.6. So 1.6. Always watch out lest you make mistake. So let's go. Let's look for opportunity. Mm, So I'm going to take a buy here. The reason I'm taking this buy is because looking at here, there is a resistance there, and there is also another resistance in this area. So it have definitely touched this resistance area, this support area. So it's going to try to push up, and I'm predicting that in the next 3 minutes you should be able to push up to this region where it should be giving me profit. But let's watch and see if it will go as I predicted. Okay, from this I think it's clear we might be losing that one. Let's go for another trade. Then that is a loss. So let's look for another good trade we can take. Okay, let's see. So we take a sell. Let's watch if it will go down more. Let's watch if it will go down more. If we win this one now, we are going to be having one more session left to complete this. I'm so sorry guys, this particular trade session took too long. My network was a total mess, and so I'm sorry guys. Let's just please manage with me. So my target is to make 2% of this account from where we started from, and yeah, we're almost hitting that target. And I believe we are going to hit the target very soon. So let's watch. As I said earlier, trading is not a sprint but a marathon. Okay, so this is how trading works. This is raw clips, no editing, no effects, no cutting of anything. This is how you will be trading, and this is how the pressure is going to be. All right, so that's why I want everything to be raw. I'm not going to be cutting or editing it to make it no. So I'm just going to leave it out there the way this is how I am trading, and this is how you might also be trading. So because when you engage in the live trade, you will not be engaging in any kind of editing, so you should see it. That's why I'm bringing this out. So my entire 30-day trading challenge, I'm not going to be editing them. I'm just going to go over there, do my trading, and that is just it. Okay, so you will see the wins, you will see the losses, and we'll see how we're able to overcome all of this and still be able to achieve our target profit for the day. All right, always remember the target for the day is 2% of our account, and by the time we are done, our account should be giving us 2%. Okay, so we have total of 7 sessions to trade, and we have traded 5 sessions. So let's go. All right, so this is a good trade we took and is a win for us. So we can go ahead and mark that one as win, but let's still wait and see, because all right is a win. So we want that. We want that. So guys, is a win for us. Is a win for us. We'll click on new. So we are taking our last trade in our last session. So last trade on our last session. So what we do, we are going with 1.61. So our trade amount is 1.61. Guys, as I said, sorry for the delay, but guys, this is how trading works. So there is no special editing here. just the raw stuff. All right, let's take a buy here. The reason I'm taking a buy here, it should be obvious to you if you have watched to this point, is here there is a resistance. There is a resistance here, and one of the ways you can know an area of resistance, you will see lots of fractals appearing there. So you can see there's fractal here, fractal here, fractal here. So there is a resistance in this region, and then you can see when the price crosses, you can see this signifies that there is interest on the buy side, so we'll look for buy, and you can see it cross. So I believe that the momentum should be coming in for it to push up. So let's watch and see how the outcome of this trade is going to be, and I hope this will just be a clean win so that we don't waste any more time. All right, so the trade is moving smooth. So don't forget, guys, as I said earlier, if you are new to this channel, please subscribe to our channel, give us a like if you enjoy this content. If you want me to improve anything on this content, please, you can also suggest it in the comment section, and I will be looking at your comments and also be replying as time goes on. Okay, and yeah, our link to our trading community will be in the description. You can join to interact with traders, share ideas, learn one or two from one another, and that is just it. So let's hope that this will be a winning trade. Okay, let's watch. All right, I think this might be a losing trade, but let's see. Let's keep our fingers crossed and watch. There is strong sell momentum coming in. There's strong momentum coming in, but the buyers said we are taking the price home. All right, and that will be a win for us. That will be a win for us. Wow. So that was a win. That was a win. And it was a narrow win, but that is a good one. So we have been able to complete our trade session for today, and we hit our 2% on this account. Okay, we have done 2% on this account so far with a total of 7 trading sections. Okay, so imagine if I'm to do, let's say 5%, it will require 18 trading session. If I'm to do 10%, it will require about 36 trading sessions. There are other trading strategies. The reason this video is a bit longer is because I use a longer time frame, which is 3 minutes. Okay, so 3 minutes per each trade is quite long. So if I'm to be using 5 seconds trade expiry or 15 seconds trade expiry, we will hit up these sessions in less than 10 to 15 minutes. But the reason I don't want to start this trading challenge with such short expiry is so that you guys don't develop the mindset that that is the best trading time frame to use. Okay, so it is always good for you to use the lower time frame, which is like the seconds time frame. you must be really conversant with this platform and know what you are doing. All right, so it's a very good trading session for us today. We completed our target. It was a very wonderful one. So if we go to our trade log, our log sessions, you can see these were all our trade we started here. You can forget about this loss. This is not a loss, it was a miscalculation, but we started our trade from here. We started our trade here, and you can see it is all win, 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 and win. All right, so and you can see that everything is documented. Says, all right, everything is documented. You can go to the algorithm and see how everything is working. Everything is perfectly okay, and that is a wonderful one. So guys, thank you so much for joining and watching this video. So watch out for the day 2 of this trading challenge. Let's see if we can be able to grow this account from $530 to $5,000. And then if we are able to do this, the next trading challenge we'll be doing will now be with a live account. All right,